Luann here with our first Tip Tuesday. I'm so excited about starting this series, and I'm really happy about the fact that we have so many members who are interested in learning more about how to use EveryStem and how to price and order their flowers for profit. And so, whether you're a member of EveryStem or you're not, I think this is going to be some useful information. So, let's get started with our first Tip Tuesday. Right now, I've got an example. We've got a wedding example here. We've got our personals. We are ordering a bridal bouquet and a bridesmaid bouquet. And so I'm just going to go ahead and make this a little bit smaller so we can see what we've got here. And I'm going to scroll down a bit. And so right now we've got a bridal bouquet that has our recipe in it. And it's going to be a $400 bouquet. That's what we're charging our client. And the retail value is $398.91. So we are right in the line here. Now, if this was a wedding that I was going to do 6 months or a year from now, and pricing was uncertain for me. I talked to my wholesaler and they said the Phalaenopsis orchids might not be available as cut flowers. I'd have to buy a plant. So maybe what I need to do is think about having a little bit of wiggle room. I can click on this flower. I can see that it's $19.90 for a cut stem of orchids. And so I'm not really sure exactly how much they're going to cost me, but I know that the plants are $29.90. And so I think I need to come in here and just change this to $29.90 and go ahead and hit submit. And now what's going to happen is we're going to see that we are a little bit over our budget. We want to charge the client 400, but what's happening is right now the system is telling us based on our markup that we need to charge the client 515. So before I go ahead and charge this client, what I need to do is kind of round up. I'm going to guess 525. And that is going to give me a little bit of wiggle room, $10 almost of wiggle room. And so I think it's really important for us to consider how we're using EveryStem and how we're pricing to think about the future. So if you've got a good relationship with your wholesalers and your growers, it's important to ask them what they think the prices are going to be and to give you a range. If they can tell you that they think the Astilbe is going to be somewhere between, you know, $12 a bunch and $15 a bunch. If this wedding is, several months away, what we want to do is make sure we're guessing on the higher end. So let's use this white amaryllis, for example. It's $490. I've got Mayesh in here as my vendor, and I talked to my rep, and they said that it could go up to $690. And this wedding is, 6 months to a year away. And so I'm going to go ahead and put $690 as the price. And now I can take a look at, okay, with 3 amaryllis, I'm still over, but I don't want to charge more than $525 for this bouquet because I feel like that's kind of the max that I think my client is going to be willing to pay for a bouquet of this size and shape. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to maybe just do 2 amaryllis because they're so beautiful. They usually have multiple blooms. I think they'll be really full and lovely. And so now I've got a little bit of a difference. I can charge my client the quoted price of $525. My retail value is $512. So I have a difference of $12.60 here. And I think that this is going to be a safe place for me to guess because if these prices do go down, let's say I am able to get these orchids at $19.90, what I can do is come back in when I'm ordering my flowers a couple months before a month or two before the wedding, and I can change that. And then I know I have a little bit more wiggle room. And so if I've charged this client this much and I don't think she needs more flowers, what I can do is take this difference of 129.60 and apply it to somewhere else. Give her a little bonus, add something somewhere else, or frankly, I can just make a little bit more money on this wedding. And so it's really nice because you can take a look at your profit summary up here in the corner, and it is going to show us for this entire wedding what our costs are, what our prices, what our retail price is, what we're charging our client, and how much profit we're actually making on this wedding. So don't be shy. Make sure that you're kind of guessing on the high end of pricing when you're pricing out weddings that are 6 months to a year from now. And don't be shy to ask your wholesalers and your growers what they estimate prices are going to be because they are really educated with that information. They might not know, but they can give you a pretty educated guess. And then you can use that to make sure that you have enough product and that you're pricing your designs high enough so that you can really make sure that you're including a healthy profit in every design. Thanks for joining me for Tip Tuesday. I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you next week.